Isn't that an amazing view? And not just a view, isn't it an amazing place to camp? Oh, this is one of the most beautiful campsites I've ever stayed at, and that's saying a lot. Wonderhussy here at an undisclosed location somewhere in the magnificent Eastern Sierra. You can see there's still snow and plenty of it up on them mountains over there. And in fact, on those mountains over there. But you can also see that I'm wearing a bikini, so it's really not that chilly. In fact, it's very pleasant. It might actually be a little bit hot if it wasn't for all these big, fluffy white clouds blocking the sun. Unfortunately, looks like some more rain might be coming. I've been here for 2 days, and the rain is not going to be good for me keeping my battery banks charged, which is bad news for my Starlink. But the rain is good news for all these beautiful flowers. Look at this gorgeous yellow. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what this plant is, but it has these really thick, soft, fuzzy leaves that almost feel like a lamb's ear. Absolutely beautiful. They smell absolutely amazing, and they're absolutely everywhere. It smells so fresh. Like I said, this is one of the all-time greatest campsites I've ever camped at, and I have actually camped here before. I was here last October when, well, you can't see them from here, but there's a bunch of aspen trees. There's a creek that runs just below that rise, and there's a bunch of aspens down there, and they were bright yellow, and oh, the snow hadn't quite started falling on the mountains yet. It was a totally different scene. Well, now I'm back 6 months later. This is one of my all-time favorite places. In fact, I guess you might say it's one of my happy places because, well, there just might be a hot spring around here somewhere. Unfortunately, like I said, I've been here for 2 days and I haven't even been to the hot spring because I really just came up here to work. I spent all day yesterday sitting in here hunched over my laptop, and when I say all day, I'm not exaggerating, man. I think I edited for 13 hours straight yesterday, and I still didn't finish the dang thing. So unfortunately, that means I can't go enjoy the hot spring or the beautiful mountains or any of the things that are calling to me out here. That's the downside of this line of work. You know, you only see the fun stuff where I'm frolicking around a field, waving an American flag. Well, the reality of it is there's a lot of time spent sitting on your keister working. But that's okay. I'm really not complaining because I do realize how fortunate I am not only to be able to make a living out here in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere, but also to have all the necessary gear and accoutrements to do something like that. Unfortunately, because it did rain yesterday, my battery banks got completely drained last night, and so I've been charging them all morning, but I still don't think they're topped off. Let's check. Okay, this is the bigger one that I brought. What are we at here? I don't know if you guys can see that. 48%. And it's almost noon. Okay, that means it was 0% this morning, and the sun came up around 7. So 5 hours to charge it halfway. If the rain holds, I just might get it charged fully before sunset. Actually, that's not going to work because I have to upload this video. I'm almost done editing it, and when you upload a video, it takes an insane amount of bandwidth, which I guess needs more power, and so that Starlink will suck that battery bank dry in no time. Now, I did bring a second battery bank. I got my little baby jackery in here to plug in my phone at night, but that one's almost at 0 too. So when I went to bed last night, I was kind of bummed. Like, I was right in the middle of trying to do something on my phone when internet's out. Well, there's no cell signal here, so that meant internet was out because my Starlink was out, and my Starlink was out because I was out of juice. Oh, gee. So I found myself in something of a pickle. I mean, the whole reason I came to this campsite to begin with was not for the beautiful backdrop and not for the hot spring. It was just so I could work. And unfortunately, I have to edit and upload not just one video, but 2 of them. And so that means if it's gonna rain again, I don't think this battery bank is gonna charge all the way by 5 p.m. or sunset. So that means I need to go somewhere with cell signal so I can use the mobile network to upload this video or these videos. And that means I have to leave this campsite. That's okay. I mean, I gotta wash my hair. Anyway, it's real funky. I've needed to wash it for, gosh, at least 3 days, but I keep putting it off. Because it's not easy to do when you have a long, thick head of hair like me. I don't know how these other female van lifers do it. I decided, since I need to wash my hair and upload videos, and I'm out of power, I guess I'm gonna have to go into town and get a room. Now, I know that's not the end of the world, but, well, I always just sort of feel like kind of a loser if I have to go get a motel room, you know? Like, I'm perfectly capable of camping out here in the backcountry in the peace and quiet, birds chirping, and smell these flowers. What do I want to go stay in some dingy motel for? I mean, who would want to do that? Especially with a setup like this. Oh dang. Somebody going by. I guess there was somebody who must have been camped near me. Yikes. Just when you think you have the wilderness all to yourself and you can blah, blah, blah to your cell phone without fear of anyone judging you, a car goes by in the background. Well, I guess that sort of puts the lie to me being in the middle of nowhere. In fact, there's another guy parked just over the ridge back there. You can see he's got a camper. So I'm not alone. And it doesn't matter anyway because, yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to go in to town and get a room. Now, the downside with that is there aren't very many towns near where I'm staying, and there certainly aren't very many motels. And I'm cheap, okay? Yeah, part of it is I don't like being a wuss and caving in and going to stay in a room. But the other part is I don't like spending the money, you know? If I have to stay in a motel, I prefer that it be less than $100 and ideally less than $75. Well, the only place I was able to find that sort of fit my itinerary is, I think, $111, including taxes. So I guess I'm going to book a room there, go into town, you know, wash my hair. I can't charge my battery bank, though, because I forgot that there's a thing that you can plug into a wall outlet. You know, like a regular 110-volt outlet. I forgot and left that at home. So the only thing I have with me is my solar charger. So they can only charge in the sun. So I guess my plan is I'm going to sit out here in the sun charging my battery banks as long as I can. And then I guess I'll drive down the hill where I get cell signal, book a room, go check in, and wash my stinking hair. And you might be saying to yourself, well, what's the big deal, Wonderhussy? How dirty can your hair be? Well, I'm here to tell you, if you've never had long hair, you don't know. It can get real dirty, real nasty, and real funky. And also the oils build up, and I'm afraid it'll make my face break out. I'm lucky I finally got my acne under control. I know I don't look that great right now. I don't have any makeup on, but look. I feel like my skin looks pretty good. No pimples, no bumps. Yeah, I've been using a lot of harsh chemicals, but apparently they're working. And I don't want to mess that up by getting a bunch of hair oil on my face. So that's another reason why I need to crawl my sorry ass back into civilization and suckle at the teat of Western innovation. And by that, I mean internet, hot running water, and electricity. God bless them for it. But before I do that, I might as well enjoy what time I have left here in these beautiful mountains and take a little walk down here to where it overlooks that creek I was telling you about. You know, where all the aspen trees had turned golden last October when I was camped up here. Let's see how it looks at this time of year. But anyway, as I'm walking along here, I was thinking to myself earlier this morning about summertime. Okay, I'm shooting this video on the day after Memorial Day. That's right, Memorial Day. I learned my lesson a couple years ago. I posted something on Instagram saying, Happy Memorial Day! Well, I got a very stern tongue lashing from a follower who said, there's nothing happy about Memorial Day. It's a somber occasion. You know, don't ever say that again. Whew, okay. So I thought about making some kind of post commemorating Memorial Day yesterday. But I was too afraid I'd get backlash for it. Anyway, Memorial Day is the traditional start of summer. Okay, summer doesn't technically really start until June 21st, I think. But everybody sort of considers Memorial Day, the opening weekend of summer, my favorite season. And so I find myself in the position of kind of starting to plan where I'm going to go this summer. Summer's my favorite season. You know, I like to go all over this great country, or around as much of it as I can, during the months when it's too hot to be back at my Death Valley compound. So I did sort of have a plan this year. I wanted to go up to Idaho. I know some people who live up in Idaho, and I know there's a bunch of hot springs in Idaho. And so I thought I might go up there for at least a few weeks, exploring hot springs, visiting friends, and just enjoying the beauty of those mountains. If you've never been to Idaho, let me tell you, you're missing out. Oh, hey, look, a bumblebee. Hi, feller. Love the bees. Anyway, yeah, these mountains here, the Eastern Sierra, or the Sierra, are absolutely astounding. But so are the mountains in Idaho. And so that was my thought, that I would go to Idaho pretty much for most of the summer. But unfortunately, what's that they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? I don't know that that's going to work out. In fact, I don't know how any of it's going to work out because, well, unfortunately, there's kind of some turmoil going on in my life right now. No, nothing crazy. I got to help my mom, okay? My mom needs help. She wants to move. I won't say too much about it because she's a private person, but she has a beautiful cabin up in the redwood forest. And when I say beautiful, I mean, oh my God. She never let me shoot a video there, but I did show it in one video once with her permission. So you may have seen that and you know what I'm talking about. Really a nice place. But unfortunately, it's a lot of work, a lot of upkeep for her. And she's been up there 10 years. She heats the house with a wood-burning stove, so she's out there chopping firewood, and she has to get a cord every winter and load it in her woodshed. And it's a lot for one person to stay on top of. And so she decided she'd rather move somewhere easier, I guess, and ideally somewhere closer to one or more of her children. And so it's a tall order because, gosh, real estate is so expensive in this part of the country. But I'm confident that with the money that I'm going to chip in, I'm going to help her out, we can find a place that she'll like, that's not too far away from my sister and I, or my other sister and my brother, and, a place where she feels like life will be easier, and a place where ideally I can go spend some time when it's too hot and crummy in Death Valley. Anyway, look, we finally came to the overlook of this beautiful creek. I mean, when I said it was a beautiful creek, I wasn't kidding. Look at that. And all these trees down here growing along it, those are aspen trees. And you can see right now, I'll climb up on this rock to get a better view. You can see right now they're all super duper green. Oh wow, yeah, that guy's got a badass campsite on top of that ridge. I didn't even know about that campsite. I wonder if he gets cell signal over there. I've camped in this area many times, but I didn't even know there was a campsite over there. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, this is this gorgeous creek that I was telling you about, and oh my God, the breeze is flowing through it. I can't really zoom out enough, but my American flag wrap is blowing behind me. Ooh, I feel like Wonder Woman. See what I mean? Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to be able to do this summer. I don't know. It's going to be very time consuming to help my mom find a place, but I feel like it's I don't want to say duty because that makes it sound like something unpleasant, but it's my mom, y'all. My mom who fed and raised me and, was partially responsible for instilling in me my love of learning and reading and all things beautiful. So how can I not help my mom when she needs it? And so I can't really plan anything this summer, which is frustrating, but, well, it's a good exercise in patience for me. See, I can be something of a type A personality, or I don't know if it's type A, just the kind of person who I like to know what my next move is. I like to keep moving ahead, and I don't like just sort of drifting along, letting the stream carry me where it may. And I feel like that's actually an important quality to have, important quality to cultivate. And so this experience of this summer of flux The summer of giving no flux might be actually a good experience for me. And now I know that probably sounds like a classic case of trying to turn lemons into lemonade, and I am the queen of that. Me and Pollyanna have quite a bit in common, if you know what I mean. But I think it actually is true. It will be good for me to just sort of be up in the air for a bit. Oh, look, a caterpillar. Hi, little feller. It's probably freaked out, thinks I'm going to eat him. Okay, I'll put you back. There you go, little feller. As you were. Okay, anyway, I don't have time to be messing around with caterpillars, I guess. I need to get back in my office, aka the back of my car, and I guess I'm just going to sit in my car and edit / semi-charge my battery. I don't know how much it's drawing in because of these clouds right now, but do what I can until about 3 o'clock. You know, you can't check into a motel till 3 o'clock anyway. So I'll just sit in my car, do some work, and juice myself up as much as I can until then. Oh wait, one more little critter to bother, a beetle. Hi friend. Woo! Sorry about that. Okay, it never did start raining, so I charged my battery banks as long as I could, but now it's time for me to head on into town and check into my room. I cheated and used my Starlink just a little bit to book it online, make sure I got that sweet, low $111 rate. And now I'm headed down into town to check in and see if it's as nice as the reviews said online. Okay, I'm in the little town of Bridgeport, California. This is one of the cutest little towns I've ever been in, nestled at the foot of the mighty Eastern Sierra with this awesome, quaint, old-fashioned main street with all these super cute little mom and pop stores. And I've been here a time or two, and I've actually stayed in the Bridgeport Inn over across the street. They're a really cool old historic hotel, and as a matter of fact, I could have gotten a room there for $11 cheaper. Now, why would I spend an extra $11 when I've already proven that I'm the tightest of all tightwads? Well, it's because a lot of the rooms over there at the Bridgeport Hotel is an old historic building, and so the rooms have shared bathrooms, which isn't a huge deal. I mean, you have your own private bedroom, and then if you need to go take a shower, you just have to go down the hall. I think the rooms had their own toilets. I'm not actually sure. I don't remember. But, man, I'm real funky. I've been camping for 4 or 5 days now. I need to do some serious self-care, so I kind of need my own bathroom. Okay, hold on. I was walking down the street here, and this guy stopped me, and he asked me if I was vlogging about Bridgeport. And why were you asking me that?
Because we need vlogs.
You need vlogs?
Yes,
what, you're trying to bring
amount of vlogs.
You're trying to bring tourism here or what?
Yes, it's such a better spot than
a
bigger city.
How long have you lived here?
I've been coming up here since 2004.
Oh, okay, 20 years.
Then I would just come in here and sit at Rhinos, and then one day I quit my whole career and bought
You bought the bar? Oh, right on, you're living the dream. But you were telling me that the king of all the clampers is here in town?
Yes, yes.
I'm really curious to meet the king of the clampers. Okay, just a little refresher if you don't know who the clampers are. It's E. Clampus Vitus. It's a drinking club with a history problem. Isn't that what they call themselves? What's your dog's name?
This is Connie.
Connie, hi Connie. Connie.
She's just cleaning herself.
That's fine. I understand. I do the same thing. Hey, baby. And what about this guy?
And this is Louie.
Louie? Oh, cuties. Love them.
I did prosthetics and orthotics for 25 years.
Oh, that's what you did before you bought the bar?
Yes.
Oh, golly. And then you also became a clamper. This dude's a clamper, y'all.
Yes.
This is the Clamper Bar, Rhinos.
That's right.
My friend Vic works at the Clamper Bar in Mammoth, the Liberty Bar and Grill. You ever go there?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going there. That's where the doings are actually this year.
They were supposed to have a Witters Ball a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, it got canceled. I know. I was going to go to that. I was going to be his date.
Because there wasn't enough Witters.
You want Witters in Bridgeport?
There's like
There's no women
It's a
here?
sausage fest.
Oh, this is a sausage fest. Ladies!
For real.
Oh, so you're single?
You want all the attention in the world, just come to Rhinos.
Okay, noted. I'm not really, you know, dressed up for it right now, but I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Steve! Alright, well, unfortunately, the king of the clampers didn't want to come out of the bar, but now I'm friends with Steve, who owns the Clamper Bar here in town, and I told him I'd come back and do a whole video about Bridgeport at some point this summer, and that's something I do want to do, but today, I need to go check into my room, which, like I was saying, is not at the historic Bridgeport Inn because I didn't want to share a bathroom. And unfortunately, it's not at the Bodie Hotel either. I didn't even realize this was a hotel. Well, it didn't show up on Orbitz, but Steve was just telling me this hotel used to be in the town of Bodie. In fact, I think it was the brothel. You know the famous ghost town, Bodie, up in the mountains over there? This was the brothel, and I guess they jacked up the building and moved it down here to Bridgeport, and now it's a hotel you can stay in. How about that? Okay, I know where I'm staying next time I'm in Bridgeport. I mean, it's a beautiful old building, and oh my goodness, look at that wallpaper. Oh, okay, I am definitely coming back here, staying at the Bodie Hotel, and making a video all about Bridgeport at some point in the future. But for now, I gotta check into the room that I already booked here at the Redwood Motel. This is the place that I got the best deal on Orbitz anyway, and it actually looks very interesting. There's all kinds of funky, I don't know if you'd call it yard art out here. Okay, Bridgeport is known as being a fisherman's paradise. So they have this awesome, I guess, trout that you can put your face through and take a photo. And then it's also known as a home to a lot of cattle ranches. Saw those cows when we were driving down here from my campsite. Well, I guess they have some kind of art project going on where there's a bunch of painted cows in town, old historic wagon, all kinds of interesting bric-a-brac here at the Redwood Motel. So I have a feeling the room is going to be pretty cute and cozy. Okay, I'm in room number 15. The guy at the front desk was super friendly. I've been to Bridgeport many times, and I've never met as many friendly people as I have today. I feel like I got the whole history of the town. Steve was telling me, and this guy confirmed it, that there's a severe shortage of single women in Bridgeport. Maybe I should consider moving here. I don't know, man. They have really cold winters. I'm not sure I'd like it. Okay, anyway, here's room number 15. You can see it's a traditional colonnade style motor court with one of them magnetic screen door thingies over it. Let's see how the room looks. Ta-da! Cozy. Yeah, I mean, it'll do. I got a bed. I got a desk to finish editing my dang video. And I've got my own private bathroom with my own shower so I can wash my hair. In-room coffee maker, in-room microwave, and in-room refrigerator. Not bad at all for being the cheapest room in town with its own bathroom. Overall, a great room, but the best part about it is it's in walking distance from my all-time favorite place to eat, the Barn, home of the best carne asada fries anywhere on the planet. And that is no exaggeration. I have been traveling all over this beautiful country, sampling asada fries here and there, and I've never found any place that makes them as good as this little spot in Bridgeport. Look, that's the guy right there who makes the best carne asada fries on the planet. His name is Julio, and he's a stud. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, asada fries, and can I also get a small raspberry?
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that There is no question that there are better asada fries anywhere on this planet. Okay, I guess I can't say anywhere on this planet because I probably will continue on my quest as I travel around the world sampling asada fries. But I have my doubts that I'll find any better than these. Anyway, unfortunately, I can't eat them here because I still have a bunch of dang editing to do. So I'm just gonna have to carry them back down the street to the Redwood Motel, which is just fine with me because this summer is all about being adaptable. The summer of zero flux given.